again, everyone. This is Rudolph Wilkins with Forgotten Fitness, and today I will be describing and demonstrating an exercise the great Larry Scott used to add immense size to his upper arm, that being the Supine Triceps Press. When talking about the best arms of all time, Larry Scott's name always enters the conversation, and for good reason. Not only were they large and imposing, but also expertly proportioned. Starting off as a relatively wiry kid, Larry had to work smarter and harder to build his arms to the level we all came to expect. Just like Vince Gironda before him, Larry was an innovator who used different tools, movements, and cadences depending on the goal of the exercise. Like all the others, this exercise too had a specific goal, that being to build a massive arm by any means necessary. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this particular exercise, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with all that out of the way, I hope you all enjoy this video. This exercise can be found on page 80 of Larry Scott's Loaded Guns. As he describes, it is a modified close grip bench press, not a tricep extension. This is a power movement that is used specifically to add size to the triceps, as we have already established. Larry recommends to use the heaviest weight possible that you can lift for reps, and to use a low bench, which was a special piece of equipment Larry designed that was roughly 6 inches tall, to ensure safety when re-racking the weight. You want to begin by grasping an easy curl bar in the innermost handles before lying on a flat bench. You will then raise and cross your legs before pressing the bar over your chest. Then return the bar for the remainder of the set. One tip here: if the reps get hard, cheating is totally permitted. Larry would often place his feet on the edge of the bench and bridge his back to assist him. He recommended using supersets of this exercise and kneeling tricep extensions to really overload the triceps. You will then repeat this for 4 to 5 sets of between 8 to 10 reps. And I give you the option here to do a different number of sets and reps because depending on the source you're looking at, be it Loaded Guns or his short booklets, the actual reps and sets sort of changes, but it's up to you. Now we will go on to the demonstration of the exercise. And this is Larry Scott's Supine Triceps Press. As you can see, it visibly looks very similar to any other close grip bench variation. I will say one of the things you should notice is that I'm moving this weight pretty rapidly and not struggling too much. You can probably go heavier if you would prefer on this exercise. It's up to you, but if you want to follow what Larry describes, you really should go probably 50% heavier than I did, just max dependent, depending on what your max on this exercise will be. You really want to touch failure on that last rep and be essentially cheating and forcing that last rep out. I didn't mention this before, but you can also do things like a burnout set or partial reps, which Larry was a really big fan of at the end of this exercise. That is totally fine and sort of works in other concepts that Larry describes in various other booklets and in Loaded Guns itself. And that's about all I have for you today. The exercise itself is fantastic for building the triceps and without putting too much strain on the elbow, like something like a skull crusher, for example. It's a really great exercise, and if you're not doing it, you definitely should be. And that's all for you today. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this particular exercise, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. This is Forgotten Fitness, signing out. Bye-bye.